Hello, this is David Ross, Community Librarian for the Monroe County Library System, coming to you from the kitchen of the Village of South Rockwood Community Room. Today we are going to film the first episode of Desserts with David, and my inspiration for today was one of my favorite summer desserts, Push Pop. So what we're going to make today are some desserts out of this book, Push Up Pops, by Courtney Dial Wintmore. So we're going to make 2 items out of here today, and then we'll see how they turn out. Our first dessert we're going to make today is called Dreamy Chocoholic. What we need for our cake is 1 packet of chocolate cake mix. Pour that in there. 1 small packet of instant chocolate pudding. 1 8-ounce container of sour cream. Plop that all in there. Put that in there for a minute. Let's see what else we need. 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. 1/2 cup of warm water. And 4 eggs that have been sitting at room temperature. Plop, plop. Then we're going to just mix this up. They want you to beat it with an electric mixer for 5 minutes. So we'll do that. Okay, there we've been for 5 minutes. Got that all done. Set this over here. Now we're going to mix in 1½ cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Just mix that in there. And then we are going to spread this into a greased Jelly Roll pan. Get it all out of there. All right. Just spread it out. We have the oven preheated to 350. So we're going to bake this once we get it done for 20 minutes. So we'll get it all spread out. And we're going to throw it in the oven here. For 20 minutes. And then we're going to cook that. So while that's cooking, we're going to get started. Let me put some of this stuff out of the way here. We're going to get started on our next dessert. So let me clean up the counter here real quick. And the next dessert we're going to make is a Snickers Caramel pie. So we need our mixer here. And we are going to mix, we have some, oh, I got my hands are filthy, hang on a minute. We're going to take some cream cheese, 1 block of cream cheese, 8 ounces, 1/2 cup of peanut butter, some Snickers that we have chopped up, and some powdered sugar and some whipped cream here. So we're going to beat the cream cheese and the peanut butter together. So let's put that in here. Got some peanut butter, 1/2 cup of crunchy peanut butter. And the powdered sugar. Now start it slow so you don't get showered with your powdered sugar. Ooh, like that. So, gonna mix this until it's smooth. And slowly turn it up as it goes. So mix that until it's smooth. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stir in our chopped Snickers and our Cool Whip. 8 ounces of Cool Whip. And this is 4 Snickers bars that we chopped up earlier. Okay, so that's all smooth. All right, so we are going to take this off here, scrape off some of our peanut butter stuff. Set that over there. So you're going to stir in the Snickers. Stir that in there. Get it all mixed in really good. And then we're going to fold in the cream, the whipped cream. And then this is going to be put in the refrigerator. It's got to chill for an hour. So we'll do that. And once we get that all mixed up really good, smells good. We got it here, so it's mixing in. And we will just stick this in the fridge. And we will let it chill for an hour. And while our filling is chilling and our cake is cooking, we're going to take a break. I'm going to clean up and get ready for our next step in making all of our desserts. Okay, welcome back. We got our cake out of the oven and it's over there cooling right now. So we're going to work on the frosting for our Dreamy Chocoholic. What we need for our frosting is we need a half a cup of butter. I did it at room temperature so that it will mix a little better. We need half a cup of shortening. Put that in there. I'm going to blend that up a little bit here. Mix it up till it's mixed together there. And then we are going to slowly add our 3 cups of powdered sugar. To do a little bit at a time so you're not wearing all the powdered sugar. And we're just going to beat this all until it's blended once I get it all in there. Okay. I'm going to slowly increase the speed here. So we're going to get this all nice, mixed up nice and easy. Okay, now that's all nice and smooth together. We're going to add a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. A 1/4 cup of milk. Let's mix that up a little bit. And then we are going to add 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips that have been melted. Let's put this down a minute. I'll just use a spoon. Because we're going to make some chocolate frosting for our Dreamy Chocoholic. Okay, get that all in there. Blend that up. And while that's mixing, I'm going to go grab the cake and bring it over here. Here's our sheet cake of the cake. Nice and cool. So what we do to cut this is, these are the push pops that I'm going to use to put it together. I found these online, done about 6 or 7 years ago, so I'm not sure where I got them. But you can also check any local cake shops. They probably have them. But so we're going to take one of the things. What we're going to do, we're just going to cut the shapes that we need. So just pop it in there and cut out your little circles. Turn this up a little bit. So we'll make a bunch of those. This recipe says it makes 34 cake pops. I'm just going to put a few together today to show you what they look like. And one of the tips in the cookbook, because what we're going to do is we're going to take a cake layer and put it in there. One of the tips they said was to take one of the plungers and see how it has this edge on it. What you can do is you take a pair of scissors and you cut off the edge so that you make yourself a little plunger. And then when you put your cake in, you can do your layers there. So while that's mixing, all right, let me scrape down the side of the bowl here a little bit. Then we're going to put this into a little Ziploc bag and make our own little cake bag so we can squeeze it into the tubes. I'll mix up a little bit more and then we'll put it in a... Let me grab our Ziploc bag here and our scissors. All right. So we're going to scrape off some of that frosting here. Slide this out of the way. So roll that down. Just spoon your frosting in here. And then we are going to put some together. One of the things I did, I made these about 5 or 6 years ago. We had a family gathering, and I make a lot of desserts for the family gatherings. So I wanted something unique, and I happened to see this cookbook at the library. So that's why I had to order online, because I had to get it in time. So I made a couple desserts for that out of this cookbook. So what I did for the display of that at the party, I just bought, I went to the craft store, Walmart, wherever, and bought some of the foam you use for planting, for plants, and then I just covered it in paper and poked some holes in it so I could set these in, and they were on display for people to eat. They could take them at the party and eat them. So we have that. So what we're going to do, we got all this in here. We're just going to cut off the tip. So you make your own little, well, I guess we could have good scissors. So what we do is we take one of these, take a layer of cake, stick it in there, push it down. Gonna squeeze some of the chocolate in there. Take another layer. And then you put it in there. And you do it till it's full. Now, if you're going to just serve these right away, you can just put the next layer on, and I forgot to grab a lid. But they also come with these little lids. So if you want to wait and put the last frosting on, you can put a lid, and then when you get somewhere you can decorate it. But you're just going to take it and squeeze some frosting on top. And then you got one done. And just do the same thing again, and just keep doing that until you have them all made. So I'm going to make about 3 or 4 of them, and then we'll go on to the next dessert, the Snickers dessert. So just put some frosting in. You can put a lot of frosting, little frosting, however much frosting you want in there. Plunge it in. And that's all. Now this cookbook also has some drinks that you can make. You can make some drinks in there, some frozen like ice cream kind of things. They have cake things. They have all kinds of really good recipes in there. They have one that's called a wedding cake. They got some really good looking lemon stuff in there. So it has all kinds of different desserts that you can make. It is available at the library. So when we get open again, you can request it and check it out yourself. There might even be recipes online. I didn't have time to look to see if there's any push pop recipes online. I'm sure there are. But once again, you can get it from the library. So I'll just make a couple more here. And then we'll get ready to, because it's, what are you doing? Get out of here. Got someone trying to steal some of our cake. So we'll make one more, and then we are going to go on. We'll put this away. We'll make them more later, but we'll go on to our next dessert because it should be almost time to take the stuff out of the refrigerator and make our Snickers dessert. So I'm going to make this one, and then I'll clean up my counter space, and we'll come back and we'll work on the next dessert. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back. We're going to do our second dessert now, the Snickers Caramel Pie. So we have mixed 3 cups of either chocolate wafer cookie crumbs. I use chocolate animal cookies because I couldn't find any chocolate wafer crumbs right now. You mix that with 4 tablespoons of mixed butter, or melted butter, until it's nice and crumbly. And then we're going to assemble those. And I already put our Snickers filling inside the bag and cut off the tip. So put 1 to 2 tablespoons of your crumb in here. You can tamp it down a little bit. Set it on your thing so you can squeeze this in. You're going to squeeze a glob in there. Then you're going to take your caramel sauce and drizzle a little bit of caramel sauce inside there. Then we're going to put another layer of crumbs. Kind of push it down. Then you're going to top it off with some more of your filling. You're going to garnish it with we sliced up a Snickers bar. Stick that in there, and then drizzle a little bit of caramel on top. And there's your Snickers Caramel Pie. So we'll make a couple more here. Put in 1 to 2 tablespoons. Put a little bit more. Your filling, your Snickers whipped cream filling there. Oops, that's too much. Another layer of caramel, see? Layer of caramel. And then we're going to put, good thing I have some helpers helping me. Another layer of that. And we will top it off with this. And once again, this makes 10 push pops. So Snicker, some caramel. While I work on the rest of these, I want to thank you for watching us from Monroe County Library System. The book, once again, is Push Up Pops by Courtney Dial Whitmore. It's available at the Monroe County Library System. So if you'd like to get it, we have it for you. And these push pops, I don't know if I mentioned, I did use these for the party, and I asked people, I put a little bucket next to them and said, please return the pops, because you can wash these and reuse them. They're reusable, and they're a little bit expensive. At least they were several years ago when I bought them, so you don't want to have them thrown away. So thank you for watching again, and we will see you next time when we find a new dessert to make. Thank you. Smells good.